Hello friends, hope you all doing well. So in this video we'll discuss about the hormones of the pituitary glands. And what is pituitary gland is a master gland of your endocrine system. It uses information it gets from your brain to tell the other glands in your body that what should do. It makes many different important hormones, including growth hormones, prolactin, which helps breastfeeding moms make milk, and luteinizing hormones, which managing estrogen in women and testosterone in men, and many different important hormones. So it has two parts. One is posterior pituitary and the anterior pituitary glands. So the hormones of posterior pituitary glands are ADH, or antidiuretic hormone, and the oxytocin. And the hormones of the anterior pituitary glands are: number one, FSH, follicular stimulating hormone, and the LH, luteinizing hormone. Number two, growth hormone, or GH, prolactin, ACTH, or adrenocorticotropic hormone, and the TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. So these are the hormones of the anterior pituitary glands. So now we'll discuss about the growth hormone, or the GH, or growth hormone. And growth hormone, so the source of the growth hormone is secreted by the acidophil of anterior pituitary gland, and growth hormone is responsible for the growth of almost all the tissues of body which are capable of growing. And the number two, it causes specific differentiation of certain types of cell like bone cells and muscle cells. At number three, it increases the size and number of cells by increasing the mitotic division. Number four, it accelerates synthesis of proteins, mobilization of lipids, and conservation of carbohydrates. And the deficiency of growth hormone leads to stunted growth known as dwarfism, and the excessive secretion of growth hormone causes gigantism. Now the acromegaly. So this is acromegaly patient. These are the patients of acromegaly. It is characterized by the enlargement and thickening and broadening of bones, particularly in extremities of body. And the symptoms of these are enlargement of hands, feet, and enlargement of membranous bones, the cranium, nose, and lower jaw. The enlargement of cranium, lower jaw, thick lips, and big tongue. And the soft tissue of nose, lips, and forehead are thickened, and face appears like gorilla face. You can see here the gorilla face. Faces appears like a gorilla face. The main cause of acromegaly is due to the hypersecretion of growth hormone in adults. The hypersecretion of growth hormone. And number two is dwarfism. Now we'll discuss about the dwarfism. About dwarfism. The dwarfism is a disorder in children, and the characterized by the stunted growth. Number cause is deficiency of growth hormone releasing. Deficiency of growth hormone is the cause of dwarfism. And the symptoms are stunted skeletal growth in children. Pituitary gland don't show any abnormalities, and their mental activity is also normal. and their reproductive system is also not affected by it. So we have discussed about the growth hormone. Now we'll discuss about the follicular stimulating hormone. So the follicular stimulating hormone, the functions of follicular stimulating hormone is to, in males, FSH or follicular stimulating hormone uh, acts along with testosterone and accelerates the process of spermatogenesis, and in females it is the responsible for the development of Graafian follicle from primordial follicle. So this is the function of FSH or follicular stimulating hormone and the LH or luteinizing hormone. So in males, the LH luteinizing hormone, it stimulates the interstitial cells of Leydig in testes, and luteinizing hormone is essential for secretion of testosterone and the testosterone from the Leydig cells. So this is the function of the LH or luteinizing hormone. FSH and luteinizing hormone complete. Now the growth hormone we have already discussed, and now the prolactin, PRL or prolactin, it is necessary for final preparation of mammary glands for production and secretion of milk. So in milk production, prolactin is very important. It is necessary for the final preparation of mammary glands. So prolactin is secreted after birth. And now the ACTH, adrenocorticotrophic hormone, it is necessary for structural integrity and secretory activity of adrenal cortex. AC, adrenal cortex. So adrenal, it is necessary for structural integrity and secretory activity of adrenal cortex. The structural integrity and the secretory activity of adrenal cortex. Now the thyroid stimulating hormone, it stimulates the thyroid glands, TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone. It increases the number of thyroid cells. By increasing the number of thyroid cells, it increases the size and secretory activity of cells, and increase the iodine pump and iodine trapping, and it also increases the thyroglobulin secretion in follicles. Now the posterior pituitary glands, hormones of posterior pituitary gland is ADH and oxytocin. ADH, antidiuretic hormone, it is important in kidney secret. ADH is also called as arginine vasopressin. It is a hormone made by the hypothalamus in the brain and stored in the posterior pituitary gland. Actually, its main function is to tell the kidney how much water to conserve. Now the function of oxytocin. The two main action of oxytocin is in the body are contraction of the womb during childbirth and lactation, and oxytocin stimulates the uterine muscles to contract, and also increases productions of prostaglandins, which increases the contractions further. So these are the hormones of anterior and pituitary and posterior pituitary glands, and we have discussed about their functions. Now thank you once again.